Okay. So sorry for that. Just a little hiccup right at the start, of course. Um, Hello and welcome. I'm NJ Yosh, and today we're going to be playing a little vintage story. Now, I have played some of this in recent times. Maybe about 6 or 7 hours in the last couple of weeks. But other than that, I was new to this game. Let me just get in here. I've kind of made our character ready. We're going to start as the hunter because I kind of want access to those early bows and arrows. So we're going to confirm. If you are not familiar with this is, to my understanding, this was started out as a mod for Minecraft, which, you can kind of see that. Ooh, we're going to grab that. But when they kind of reached the limits of what they can do and wanted to go further than that, they decided to just build their own game. So they made their own game engine, built their own game, and that's what we have here. It is a very, very hardcore, in-depth survival. I mean, could be described as crunchy. There is a lot to it. I just realized I need to turn down. We'll leave that there. Music we're going to cut down to very low. And we'll cut down ambient, and we'll cut down weather. Sounds are kind of a little bit all over the place. But yeah, it's a very difficult game to just jump right into if you know nothing about it. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead and take these. And I'm still fairly new at it, so, I apologize if... Oh, copper. Nice. That's really early to find copper. Okay. Apologize if it feels like I'm not really explaining what I'm doing. I'm kind of new at it. Right now I'm looking for flint, but I kind of want to mark this copper that I found, because that's going to be important. So do that so I can find the general area. And we're going to make some obvious blocks. This is rammed earth. There is physics in this. I have turned... Physics is on for... Oh, there's some flint. Good. Physics is on for sand and gravel by default. Oh, turnips. I'm going to fill my inventory before I even have a knife. But I have also turned it on for blocks without stability. So, like, landslides are a thing. I've turned on cave-ins for mining. I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. I need some sticks. And I need more flint. Flax. Do I have flax already? No. Alright, I'm just gonna have to mark this. I don't have the space. Mark that as grains. And come back to it. And I'll pick that up. There we go. I have to be very careful about running, because I don't have running. You use your food bar a lot faster. Food becomes an issue very quickly in this. Alright, I do have extra flint. Okay, so napping. Let's make a blade. And as you can see, let me try to get a little closer. You have to cut out the bits to make the shape. And you have to do that with flint or a rock in your hand. Then I need to throw something down long enough to make a knife. Yeah, we'll leave the stick on the... Actually, we'll just leave that on the ground here. Alright, come over here and get these reeds. Gonna need lots of flint because I'm gonna go through knives pretty quick. Just throw this. Oh, put it down. Okay. There we go. Now we have some space. So I'm not gonna, this is not gonna be in any way, shape, or form a tutorial, but, and, you know, I'm still relatively new to this, and I am playing it modded. I don't, this, not, a lot of the stuff isn't gonna be standard. But one thing that is, I thought I heard a bear or something, does seem to be standard to the game, and does seem to be important, is to get these reeds as pretty much as quick as you can, because I don't have an additional inventory. This is it right now, this hotbar. To get more inventory space, you need to fill this with like bags or something. The first thing you can make are these baskets. Now it takes quite a few reeds to make them. And each one adds 3 inventory spots. So you can see why it's pretty important to prioritize finding cattails. They're also used for making rope. They're used for, well, I think the cordage actually is from the Primitive Survival mod. I don't think that's default. Now you can dig up the other half of these to get the root. And use that to replant it or eat it. Right now, I'm just mostly concerned with getting inventory space. So, we're not going to do that just yet. I did kind of luck out. There's a lot of reeds here. Takes 10 per basket. I need to grab 9 more reeds for the baskets, and then more reeds for other things. But the other basket, the basket's the important thing right now. Ooh, tool. That is used for making roofing, I think. I think that just breaks to thatch. I'm gonna have to check. Ooh, there's a fish. I'm gonna have to check the soil health around me, and if it's decent soil health here, I may just be setting up literally right here. It's having a nice source of reeds, having forest nearby. Don't really want to be in the forest because wolves and bears and all that, but being near to a forest is helpful. Low fertility. I need at least medium fertility ground. So let's work our way around. I'm gonna need some of this grass too. I should make the last basket. Cool. Do I have... I don't think I have enough reeds for... No, I don't. Let me actually grab enough to make a storage basket that I can set down. Different from the ones you carry. What's that? Granite sand. Okay. Granite actually feels like a good rock to be on, because I think the minerals you can find in that cover what I need early on. Is this enough? Yeah. Let's make that. That was just enough. It's fine. Alright, this is... Ooh, clay. That's helpful. Let me mark that. Just if I can find medium fertility soil and peat, I'm. Oh, there's more copper. I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to exactly where it was. So those surface bits of copper, underneath them, a little ways, you are guaranteed to find a deposit of copper, which is why I'm marking it for once I have a pickaxe. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for grain, various types of grains, any types of grains. The berries are going to be what keep me alive initially, but surviving just on berries is tough. So my rule of thumb when it comes to berry bushes are I'll harvest the ripe ones. So once I settle down, I can plant the ripe bush. But I won't touch any of the others. I'll let them go until they're ready to harvest. I don't know if that's a smart plan or if that's dumb or what. There's a trader. We don't have anything to trade, although I guess we can go look see what he's got or she. Hi. Did you just wake up? Yeah, I think so. Got anything to trade? You will buy these items, which I'm not likely to be able to do anytime soon. You do sell some good stuff, though. Let's mark him. Where's the trader? Agricultural trader. Really like to find some medium fertility soil right here somewhere. Ooh, mushrooms. How's my inventory? Let's just mark them for now. Field mushrooms are safe. There are poisonous mushrooms. Red wine caps are also safe. Not seeing any soil that looks different, which is problematic. Let's head back over closer to where I started. Food does spoil. There are ways to make it last longer. Clay pots and clay pots in cellars. Alright. Let's see. Oops. Maybe south. That looks to be peat right there. Or maybe, no, maybe I'll go north. First of all, let me swing past that grain I found. course, just having the soil, or the forest floor, kind of makes it more difficult for me to find what I'm looking for. Oh, medium fertility. Okay. Is that a small patch of it, or do we stay medium fertility over here? Okay. Is that enough space to build a farm? Maybe. I don't suppose we get any more medium in closer, huh? Let's stay away from the temporal rift. That's that glowing, that floating thing over here. And I do have like delayed enemies. Enemies won't show up for like 10 days. Let's grab these. You can build with rammed earth because it doesn't have it won't collapse. Regular dirt will. Alright, let's scope this out. A medium fertility soil was over here. Man, I really want to be closer to the water though. Just go around this one more time. That's the stick I set down. Like, why can't I break that? Is that a bear? It is. Oh, that's resin. I need that. It's right at the tip of that island. Okay. I need to mark that. I think it's that tree. Alright. Give up. I have two choices. I can just build over but in this slightly less convenient spot, or I could try to just move all the dirt I need. Jack-o'-lanterns are poisonous. Kind of leaning towards digging out the dirt I need for a farm. So let's build over here. I don't want to build on the sand itself, but we'll build right at the edge of the sand. I'm assuming that's going to be regular dirt underneath here, yeah. Alright. Let's drop that down. Let's make a shovel. As you can see, my food is already getting rather low. Luckily, I do have a good amount of berries. what I'm doing is serving two purposes right now. One, I need to clear the land to actually build my house. But two, my initial house is going to be built out of rammed earth, which I need a bunch of dirt for. Alright, let's eat these two turnips. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Let's grab all this. I wonder if I can use... I wonder if I can build a pit kiln in sand. Or if that's a terrible idea. It's probably a terrible idea. Even if I can. Alright. Let's go just shove this birch seed in the ground. Bunch of rammed earth. So, let's see. Where's the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. I have to dig this sand out. I mean, I'm gonna put a layer underneath the other bits too, but I kind of have to dig this sand out first for this. That's my first shovel. At least it was only 1 deep of sand. I think the whole thing, right? Yeah. Alright. Let's stick seeds in there. We'll stick berry bushes in there for the moment. Grain. I'm going to keep picking them up, so actually I might as well keep them on me. I'll do. Don't actually have very many sticks. with an actual trunk. Not that oak tree. I guess maybe this one might be enough. Might be able to cut through this. I didn't find peat, did I? Alright. It's getting dark, so let's make some firewood. We're also going to make a couple of torches. Just in case I accidentally break one by leaving it on a wall. Alright. Use a... Oh, that actually lit pretty quick. Toss the torches in there so they'll light. Come on. Give me at least one. Thank you. A lot of digging to do. Now we'll throw the floor in. Oops. That's the height I want. I have a mod on that smoke is dangerous and will kill you, because smoke is dangerous and will kill you. But at the same time, my fireplace needs to be protected. Oh, and I'm starving. But I ran out of dirt. As you can see, dirt does not have, this rammed earth does not have any actual physics. But we do also have to keep our fireplace protected from the rain. So that should let the smoke out while keeping it dry. Actually, we'll just do that. Shoot. Because it looks a little cleaner. Ow. Alright, that is getting in my face, but it's too dark without it. Wait, I didn't want that there. What am I doing? Oh, well, no, I guess I do need it there. Okay. Technically, I don't, because, you know, again, no structural integrity, but it would look weird if there was a gap. But no, I had it right. It's probably worth using a bit more flint and rocks, or flint and sticks. Yeah. Yeah, random earth is a little overpowered. I am sorry if I miss anybody's chatting. I unfortunately do not have my second monitor where I like to keep it, so it's a little out of sight and I tend to forget to look at it. where that gets me. I'm gonna need so much more, but gotta start somewhere. Alright. I missed that block. Okay, forget it. Just do it this way. Do it the sensible way. Build the walls as you go. You're gonna do door there. I really should actually be doing this, gathering dirt over closer to the good soil I found. Which I don't remember exactly where it was. That's all low. Wait. There's the medium, okay. Of course, I'm also now not harvesting soil that I'm going to be using to build. I'm also... Take that. Maybe I'll do is kind of outline the medium, find the edges of it. Alright, forest floor counts as low, I think. Yeah. I just get hit by that rock, I think. Nothing like very sloppily napping out of Shovelhead. At least this will give me an idea of how much medium soil I have to work with. Not much of a visual difference between the medium and the forest. Maybe the forest is slightly browner at the bottom, or slightly lighter brown at the bottom. It's kind of Hard to see, though. Really should harvest some of this horsetail. But just what's in my way right now. Heard that. Yeah, maybe I'll go build for a minute. That wolf can go somewhere else. Alright, I need to get this so it is not weirdly suspended, because that looks terrible. Where was I? Let's continue the same way. Ah, that was terrible. Yeah, I'll get that from the outside. This is eventually going to be replaced with stairs, upside down stairs. Maybe should have taken the time to turn that into some better looking versions. Alright. I don't want to mess with Mr. Wolf right now. So we're just going to keep digging here. I'm actually going to want to clear all this out for a farm anyway. Replace some of this layer with the medium soil I dig up. Actually, it probably is worth starting that now. With the 8 I have. Oh, I'm not in a rainy area like I usually end up. It's going to make for watering being a bigger deal. I'm used to my starting area always ending up being like constant rainstorms and violent storms and hurricanes for some reason. Ooh, oak seed. Yeah, until I can get clay, I can be able to water them. Well, have clay available, but until I can get pots fired. What did I plant? I don't even remember. this rye. Do I have more rye? I do have more rye. Rye is what? Rye is a new nitrogen crop. So let's plant some turnips. We'll make this whole line a nitrogen-based crop, and that way makes it easier when we're rotating later, much later. Now, I don't know how much soil affects berry bushes, but we're just not going to let that worry us too much. Alright. We need more dirt. Actually, you know what? Let's keep digging this. 3 more sticks, alright. Whoops. Getting a little snacky. What am I doing? Can't click on the right thing. Okay, well, that's that part. I don't really need to double layer this right now. We'll just smooth the back out. Let's see. Can I do pits in sand? What are they called? Pit kiln. Oh, I don't think sand is a combustible block, so apparently that shouldn't be a problem. roof over this. This may be more of these than I need, but I'd rather just open up a bunch of holes now and don't use them if I don't need them. Oops. Now, I had found clay. Don't think I had found any peat yet. I am tempted right now to go grab at least 5 more medium fertility soil so I can finish planting what I've got. Or 10. Gonna need lots of sticks too. Oops, that was a berry bush, not sticks. You know what? Let me plop these 2 blocks here. I can just keep planting nitrogen crops in this line. Alright. Let's go get that clay. Keep an eye out for peat. Need lots of sticks too. I spotted, I think this was peat down here. Let's go get clay first. Need a lot more dry grass too. Alright, red clay. Tin? Okay. That's... I don't know that I've ever seen tin bits. Okay, that's pretty awesome because that's bronze. Ooh, that takes a long time to punch. Okay. Oh, shovel. But what I mean by that's bronze is um, tin and copper. You can make bronze, which I think it's just tin and copper, right? For tin bronze. There's a couple different kinds of bronze you can make. Some require different bits of yeah, nugget, cassiterite, nugget, and copper. But yeah, there's different types of alloys you can make: business bronze, brass, um, black bronze. But tin bronze is the easiest way to make bronze, I believe. Yeah, 10 to 1, roughly. I've never seen tin bits. I mean, I haven't played that much. I've played maybe 12 hours of this so far. And even that was across 2 different starts. Well, now 3. So I have not progressed very far. One other start I had just gotten to make. I just started making bismuth bronze. But I was getting really, really annoyed with where I had set up, and I didn't feel like moving, so I just started to start over, which I do a lot with survival crafting games. Okay, that'll do for now. I'm sure I'll need more. I don't see. I'm gonna head for this spot down there. I think that's gonna be Pete. It's funny. My immediate knowledge of the rough ratio doesn't come from the game. Doesn't come from school. From this game, doesn't come from school or anything like that. Because they didn't really get into that before I went to school. It comes from Last Plague Blight, making making bronze in that. I think those are poisonous. Some chickens. That's good. That will be helpful later. Don't fall in the hole. Crap. I'm dead. I don't even have a... I don't even have a knife. Whoa. Okay. Nice. Yeah, the very first time I played, I started playing vanilla, but I had started playing because I was watching um, Splitsy play, Australian YouTuber, and he was playing modded, and I'm like, I kind of want to do play with a lot of the stuff he's playing, and then actually took it slightly further by adding the primitive survival mod. Where was I heading? I was heading right below where those wolves are. Because I'm too impatient to wait for the fishing update. Although I did just watch their teaser trailer of the next. Ah! Okay, don't need that knife. Hey, fall in that hole for me. I I don't know how I'm not dead. Brain. Yep, this was Pete. Okay. So let me just grab some of this super quick and then get the heck out of here. But yeah, I wanted to play around with like the fishing and the other and snares and that type of thing. So I've got better ruins on too, and carry on, and some of the other ones that like I've seen suggested as essentially default for people. I believe I have the rivers mod on. Yeah, I absolutely should be dead. I had no right to survive that at all. I'm down to one type of food, okay. What don't I need? I don't really need that. Wait, puffballs. I don't, I think puffballs are edible. Let's find out. Yep. I'm lucky to have survived them. Um, Managing to run into both of those, less lucky. What is this in this? Ooh, forage. I kind of want it, but I don't have... I'll have to come back for that. And I'm just pretty much due south of my house. No, thank you. Don't know where you are, but... Crap, that's a bear. And that's a pig. Yeah, it's not great between me and the peat bog. So, yeah, I think you can look it up, which I do with a lot of things, but with the mushrooms, I think I try not to. I try to just know. And if I make a mistake, oops. Pretty sure you can look it up. What do we need? We need some bowls. We are going to need. Do I really need 4 of these? Yeah, I might as well. Oops. Didn't necessarily mean to be in the hole with them. Actually, that's probably still faster doing it this way. Except for that. Wow, just, mess up the whole pattern a bunch of times. That's cool. Oops. Alright. That's cooking crocks. Ouch. What is going on with YouTube? I don't even know if I'm live or not. Oh well. We need Crocs. Swatted. Oop, not paying attention. We need. Gonna need a crucible. That's not the most important. Storage vessel. Did I burn through all? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't burn through all my clay, did I? Okay. Let's do a second one. I definitely don't have enough sticks to cover all these yet. I do really like this mechanic. This and the flint knapping. Rather than just like things magically create or make everything in your magical crafting hotbar, or just clicking on something in a menu and then waiting on a timer. I like that this is interactive. Until you stop paying attention and you try to look over at your other screen. Yep. And starve. Might as well eat these up because they're not going to last too much longer. They're not going to last until you have storage for them at least. Alright. What is next on my list? Watering can. Since it's not raining enough to water my farm. I don't mind the look of it. But then again, I grew up with Atari and NES, which I literally still have my original gray box NES from. I think I got it. I think we got it in '86. Uh, Still hooked up to my TV. Um, Looked a lot better on CRT TVs than it does on a current on a modern LCD. Still fun though. I suppose I should do a Crucible. Alright, that I really don't see a reason for 4, but I also guess I don't really see a reason not to do 4. The clay is so close, it's not like it's a big deal to get more if I need it. Fair. You know, it is fun to play around with visual mods and see what they're capable of and what it looks like. What am I doing? This has a hole in the top. I can't do it that way. Alright, I think that will do for now. Let's see. Can I get... What are the most important ones? Can I get one? It's not even worth lighting right now. Need flowers. We'll take that though. Let's hunt some sticks. if that's enough, but let's see where we're at. I've got grass growing up a little close. Oh, that was literally just enough. Alright, I don't need cornflowers. I don't know if I have enough peat. Oh, I do have another stack, okay. Alright. Let's light them up. Alright. Plant these tree seeds so they're not in my inventory. I'm about to start starving again, which is troubling. Where did that go? Oh, because it was already... Shoot. I think I just destroyed them because they were already farmland. Oh, well. Unfortunate. I don't know why I'm still carrying the hoe around with me. Actually, I don't really need the fire starter with me either. berry bushes. I know, I'm starving. Shoot, I think I had grain in the box. Mushrooms. Ooh. I don't know if those are poisonous or not. Let's find out. Nope, we're okay. Also found some more flax. And spelt. Oh, and my inventory's full. It goes in a little ways. Not the biggest hole. As it collapses behind me. Ooh. I'm suspicious of the milk caps. Where's that forage crate or vessel down at that other ruin? But that's kind of far. You know what? Let me grab this. Nope, because I don't have any inventory. Just gonna grab that resin, but I'll have to come back when I have space. Alright, what I actually wanted to do... Oh, I needed more cattails than this. But... Alright, stick that in there, stick that in there. I don't need stones in there. Okay, let's go plant these berry bushes. Somewhere. Yeah, sure. Got some more reeds. Build another crate, another storage crate. cordage. Do something else that will help us get some food. Let's go a little closer to the front of our house, though. Need to stop running. But it's so tempting. This is part of the primitive survival mod. Yeah, I'll go get some food in a sec. Just give me a minute. So let me just grab a stack of that just in case. Just so when I get hungry again, I can just eat it. Can I bake this with this? Yeah, okay. Nah, forget it. I'm not gonna chase the fish around. I don't know if putting them this close together like reduces the effectiveness, but it will increase my chances of noticing they have a fish on. So, worth it to me. Okay, I'm starting to get a little nervous that this is going to catch stuff on fire. So, let's just trim this back a little bit. Alright, I think we're going to put this down. We should probably stick our... go plant that tree, but... before we
forget. And it sits in our inventory forever. All right. And on that, I do think I'm going to have to call it there because I have to get my daughter up for school. Well, I have to get up to start getting my daughter ready for school at 5. But thank you for watching. And